So, anyway, people.
Hi, I'm Chelsea.
I'm me. You will have to guess my name.
This is Beyond the Bell!
Yes, from
my living room.
Yes, I'm not gonna yell it because there's a dog sleeping.
It's my dog, so I can yell.
Wake up the dog. So yes, hi. We're here for another episode. Our 45th episode.
Yay! That's how old I am.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
So we're here to discuss the week in women's wrestling. So the big thing this week, besides when we're also going to cover NXT UK, and Smackdown. But the big thing this week, first we had the NWA Empower press conference.
Empower!
Which it was a kind of a sad press
It
conference.
was a shit show.
Yeah, like no one was speaking into the mic.
What was up with the zoom in of the dude's crotch and then just with him hitting the bell for what seemed like an hour?
Yeah, that was how it started, and it just kind of went downhill from there.
Yeah.
They announced one person who will be part of the tournament. It'll be someone named Tootie Lynn, who I've never heard of.
But she toots a lot.
I don't know if that's true or not, but she is a St. Louis independent wrestler.
Cool.
I figured in a press conference you'd probably want to announce at least half the people who are going to be in it, but
Makes
no,
sense.
They announced Tootie Lynn, who no one had ever seen on anything. So
yeah. Oh yeah, that was but there were other people sitting at the table.
Well, the other people spoke. I mean, Camille came up and spoke and had an accent I did not expect Camille to have.
Oh yeah, that was crazy stuff.
And they announced the NWA Women's Invitational, where it's another women's tournament, which will be going with the Ring of Honor tournament, which we'll get to in a second.
Mm-hmm.
Where the winner will fight Camille for the NWA Women's Championship.
Huzzah.
Yeah. Hopefully it'll be a little bit better than the Ring of Honor tournament, because there's a lot of people in that who are very green.
Yes.
But one person who is, green in a way, who got announced for it is Chelsea Green.
Yes.
Chelsea Green got announced for the Ring of Honor tournament.
Very excited.
Unfortunately, she's replacing Vita Von Starr, who is one of the people that I actually was excited about seeing.
Right.
But, it's Ring of Honor.
They do whatever they want to do, and we got lots of Lenny Leonard going down.
Yeah, we got lots of Lenny Leonard, and we got Maria acting like a heel when she's supposed to be a face.
I just am sick of seeing Maria.
Yeah.
Just bottom line.
Well, that's the whole thing. Maria is a great heel because she's so unlikable. But she's supposed to be a
She's
face.
so naturally unlikable.
Well, Maria, what's great is Maria this week was talking about how, because Triple H said that anybody who is anybody in women's wrestling wants to be in the WWE.
Mm-hmm.
And Maria's like, no, that's not true. I know all these women in the tournament who don't want to go to the WWE. And I just kept thinking, Maria, you got fired twice from the WWE.
Yeah. We're not listening to you, Maria.
The fact that you were there after getting fired means you wanted to be there. The fact that they fired you and you did not quit means you wanted to be there.
Yeah, exactly.
So while, yes, I'm sure...
Hypocrisy!
I'm sure there are people who... I don't imagine Rosemary will ever go there.
I'm going to start a riot!
No,
she won't.
But yeah, Rosemary, I think, really loves being an Impact and stuff and will probably be there till the end of her career. But Maria, you certainly wanted to be in the WWE if they had to fire you.
We call bullshit.
So...
I'm Katharine Hepburn.
Okay, sure. But yeah, no, it'll be... And the funny thing is Chelsea Green's 90-day compete is not done.
Right.
So Chelsea Green actually got permission from the WWE to show up.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, to show up and do the Ring of Honor promo.
But she can't wrestle yet.
Yeah, she can. Well, she also has a broken arm again.
Lady, I know people with our name are accident prone, but you're supposed to be a beacon of hope that things can change.
So,
stop hurting yourself.
So she's injured, which we'll also get into another big injury in a minute. But yeah, she's injured, but apparently she'll be fine by the time the tournament starts at the end of July. So I guess we'll see. Hopefully, because she keeps fucking breaking that wrist over and over again. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I guess we'll see.
We'll see.
Also, this week is the new Impact pay-per-view, where a lot of the people's no competes will be done by.
That's exciting.
And,
when is that?
Saturday.
This Saturday?
Yeah. And I don't know if we'll be able to watch it or not, but it's happening. At least we'll know the results.
It's happening!
And Deonna Purrazzo is going to be fighting a mystery opponent.
Who do you think it is?
There's all sorts of speculation. It could be Ruby Riott. It could even be Chelsea Green. But,
right.
Even though it'd be bad for her to be wrestling with a broken arm, and I assume she's signed with Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
Unless it's a deal where she gets to wrestle in more than one place. Like how Thunder Rosa has, you know. So we'll see. Hell, it could be Thunder Rosa showing up. You never know. So we'll see who it actually could be. It'll be interesting, though, because, it'll at least be someone new. Because Impact has really needed new people.
Right. I'm so sick of seeing the same storyline over and over.
The problem is Impact lost, 5 people in January.
Mm-hmm.
They lost Frankie Monet. Mm-hmm. They lost Jazz because she retired.
Right.
They lost Kylie Ray. They lost fucking what's-her-face, came in for 2 seconds and then disappeared.
Oh, yeah. Who was that?
Taylor Wilde.
Taylor Wilde.
Just came in, was like, hey, everybody, I'm Taylor Wilde, and then...
Bye, see you later.
Yeah.
Got a blast.
So it's suddenly they lost all these people, mm-hmm. and it's suddenly well, okay, I guess we're left with the same people we were writing about. They were changing Tennielle's entire storyline, and then had to change it back.
Yeah.
Because
really
Taylor Wilde just randomly disappeared.
Come on, Taylor.
So, it'll be nice to see some new blood in there. Honestly, I hope to see the Iconics in Impact if anywhere.
Good. Are there updates on their visa?
No.
Boo.
No. Hopefully, they can actually get a visa.
I feel like
Impact.
if you're someone in the spotlight like that, it's gonna be easier to get a visa.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah. So also speaking of injuries on SmackDown, well, let's talk about SmackDown. Yeah. So we start off with Tamina and Natalya.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they're talking about. I almost feel like this is backwards, but we'll get into it in a minute. So Tamina and Natalya are talking about how they have a non-title match with 2 women who've never been seen on SmackDown before. Yes. Probably because there's no more teams.
Because there isn't any teams.
Yeah, and in fact, I'll tell you a spoiler for next week's NXT. There's one less team in the WWE because Mandy Rose showed up on NXT.
What?
Yeah, so I guess they broke up Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke.
They're like, we can't have you both on the same show.
Yeah, I guess they were like, hey, we have enough Barbie dolls or whatever. I don't know. But, yeah, so Mandy Rose is going to NXT now.
Well, maybe she'll be more likable on NXT.
I don't think it's likable. I think it's the fact that, Mandy Rose actually got a chance to be a wrestler in NXT.
Yeah.
And on WWE, she's literally just been eye candy on Raw.
Mm-hmm.
And I think her whole thing has always been proving that she was more than that, and then she goes to Raw, and that's all she is. So,
yeah. It's not your fault, Mandy.
So we'll see if maybe, what happens with that. But yeah, so we get a new team of NXT people. We get Shotzi, not called Shotzi Blackheart.
Yes.
And Nox, not called Tegan Nox.
Yeah, they kept calling, I think they said Shotzi Blackheart once, but they kept saying Tegan Nox, but they're going by Shotzi and Nox, which I love.
Yeah.
I do really like, I'm like, it's growing on me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really cool. It was just my nipples got hard. I cried a little.
Yeah. I like that they came out of the tank.
Yes.
We get Captain Marvel and Tank Girl, basically.
Yes.
And
as you do.
Yeah, and you know what? I have to give Tamina credit for not even flinching.
The fucking missile. I love that they replayed that. I just itched my boob. It's fine. But yeah, she's just that they replayed the missile from the. It was like this. I'm like, they rehearsed this. This is amazing.
I don't think you even can rehearse that.
Well, not where it goes, but of course, it's their first time wrestling her, so going through the entrance, I'm just it worked perfectly.
Because I guarantee you, if I grabbed a Nerf missile and shot it at your head, even though it wouldn't hurt you, you would duck every time, even if the goal was not to duck.
No, I wouldn't. I'm stronger than everyone.
Okay, we'll see.
Yes, I do have. Should I get the Nerf guns? They're right there.
You're gonna dodge.
I'm not. No, because I'll have the gun. Why would I dodge?
Well, then that isn't what we're trying to do.
It's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah. So there were some nice tag moves by Shotzi and Nox.
Shotzi and Nox.
Which by the way, I had forgotten they actually used to be a team in NXT.
Yeah, he had to tell me that because I had no clue.
Yeah, like they wrestled Sasha and Bailey.
That's so crazy.
Yeah, like I had totally forgotten that they were even a team. Because I was like, oh, it's so random that they put these two single women together, especially when Shotzi's with Ember.
Yeah.
Which I guess this makes Ember a solo person in NXT now.
They were so good together.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. But yeah, so lots of quick tags. I love the little assisted cannonball.
Oh yeah, that was really cute. I feel like, everything... It was a quick match to, win, I feel like. But, they definitely proved that they're worthy of being there. And they'll bring, I feel like, the whole roster up a notch.
Yeah. Yeah, the only real thing that I didn't like, there was a really sloppy monkey flip into a super kick, and it was by Natalya and Tamina, not by Shotzi and Tegan.
Love that it's the champions. That's hilarious.
Where, Natalya kind of monkey flipped Shotzi... And then Tamina was a foot away.
Yeah.
A foot out of where she should have been.
Yeah.
And kind of had to improv on what to do with the kick.
They tried.
Yeah.
They failed.
We got a nice senton by Tegan, and then Shotzi with some cool flying clotheslines, and then Shotzi wins with the friggin' senton.
I love that she did that. I love that she welcomed herself to the ball pit, and just got to do her signature move. It's just so good.
Yeah, which they're apparently now calling the ball pit.
and then as they're going up the ramp, Tamina held Natalya in a prom pose while they just looked off, shocked and pissed off. And I was like, that's not a good prom photo. You got to smile, kids.
Yeah. Well, there's no corsage. So,
no, there's no corsage.
Yeah, so Sonya Deville comes out.
Yes.
We find out Bailey, during her training, tore her ACL and will be out for 9 months.
That's so crazy.
That must so suck. She was going to be back on, in front of audiences, on Sunday.
Yeah.
And now she's gone for 9 months. I hope they let her still do promos or something.
That'd be really funny.
I would love to see her do what Britt Baker did. Where Britt Baker broke her leg in AEW and came out in a wheelchair.
Right.
Which, by the way, was marked role model, which also goes with, Bailey. But role was spelled R-O-L-L.
I love that.
I wouldn't mind seeing her in that.
No, I think that would be great. Just keep giving her airtime. She's hilarious.
Give Bailey a Pope-mobile.
Yes.
Make her a manager for now or something.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
That's a really good idea. So best to Bailey and a speedy recovery.
Yeah.
But it's our fault.
Well, she says, I know what you're thinking. This sucks. You wanted to see me regain what is mine. But actually, no, I know what you're thinking. You don't care at all.
Yeah.
This is all your fault.
Yeah.
And she did all this for us.
In typical Bailey fashion.
Yeah.
It was just perfect.
And she's like, I don't care who they put in my place. They're not as good as me.
Yeah.
Which is true. Because they replaced her with Carmella.
I just, you had such an opportunity to, bring up anybody.
Yeah.
To do anything else, but you did the safe, annoying thing.
Yeah. I don't think anybody wants to see this match.
No, not at all. And I love how they just tried to spin it. They tried to spin it like, oh, it's getting moved from the pay-per-view, but you're gonna see it sooner, kids. Oh, boys and girls, you're gonna love this on a regular episode. They tried and they failed to, make us excited or make this a good thing.
Yeah, well, as I said, no one cares about Carmella.
No.
Yeah. So,
But we care about Liv Morgan.
Yeah, well, the last time anyone cared about Carmella is when she was with R-Truth and was just doing random dance breaks, because that was funny.
Don't ever show me that.
Yeah, it actually was funny. She would just start randomly flossing at places.
What is flossing? Demonstrate for
everyone. We won't do that. So
he would if we weren't recording this together.
No, I don't. I've never broken out into a spontaneous dance.
He's lying.
So Bianca, will defend her title in Houston, Texas on Friday, which would be the first time with an audience in 15 months for the WWE. Liv Morgan comes out. She says Carmella didn't earn anything.
Yeah, because it's true. And talks about how it's just all favoritism and, but how she's, beaten Carmella, twice or something? And just, she says it's absurd, it's inexcusable, and Carmella's just, like, screaming Carmella shit, like, keep your mouth shut, and you're just jealous and you want to beat me. And I'm like, no, she doesn't. And I love that, like, I love Sonya finally, like, cracking and telling someone to shut up. Like, being like, you gotta keep your mouth shut, and she was gonna so Liv Morgan's gonna replace Carmella in the ladder match. Mm-hmm. Which is very exciting. And I love how she's like, you got 30 seconds to get out of my face. Yeah. But then Liv Morgan, like, backs away from Sonya, but goes to Carmella. I'm like, you're still in her, like, in her vision, in her sight line. Like, your 30 seconds is almost up, Liv. Yeah. But I really love, like, just, like, the honesty. And you can tell that this is coming from, like, a really truthful place for Liv Morgan. And I'm excited
I hope Liv wins it.
Me too.
I do. So the participants right now... On from Raw, we get Alexa Bliss, Asuka, Naomi, and Nikki Ash, a.k.a. Nikki Cross. Mm-hmm. And then we have Zelina Vega, yes, Liv Morgan, and Natalya. And there's one person who hasn't been named yet.
Who do you think it is?
I've heard the rumor that that's how Sonya Deville is going to return. That she'll name herself.
Like, I'm going to do it, kids.
Which actually would be kind of neat. Yeah. Yeah, if she just names herself as the person. I would also like to see Mia Yim. Because Mia Yim is floating about.
Where is she?
Yeah. Mia Yim, that might be a nice way to introduce her back. Mm-hmm. So, we'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see. So,
and then Carmella's just yelling some shit, and that's the end of it.
Yeah, well, Bianca comes out.
Yes, Bianca does come out.
Yeah. Bianca's in gold. There's a nice stare down between Liv and Bianca.
Mm-hmm. No, I can't wait for that, too. I'm like, ooh, that would be exciting.
Yeah. Yeah.
That would be exciting.
And, she says that she wonders if Bayley's really injured or if this is a plan.
Right. Like, I can't believe you'd stoop really like that.
Yeah, but if it is true, I don't like you, but I respect your competitive skills.
Yeah, and I'm like, Bianca's such a good person.
Yeah.
And I'm so attracted to, like, the photo she put on Instagram of her in Montez Ford. I'm just like,
I haven't seen it.
It's just like them in, like, she's, like, in bikinis, like, in boxers, and I'm like, fuck yeah.
Yeah. Oh, he's not in a bikini in it.
No.
Oh well.
I am banana hammock.
So, also coming to SmackDown, we got Tony fucking Storm.
So hot.
We don't hear from her, but we see a lot of her moves. We see Storm Zero. We see a bunch of ass attacks. Maybe she'll even whip out whatever the fuck that was she won that match with.
Yeah. They were like, what was that?
Yeah, we're like, what is that? That is that unholy abomination that she whipped out.
Unholy abomination. That's what it should be called.
Yes. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see, and I think she'll do very well in the main roster. Mm-hmm. So we'll see, Let's go to NXT UK.
Okay. Scrolling, got
it. Where we have a promo from Meiko Satomura.
Yes, and she says that, like, Kaylee Ray was a true champion, but she had to break her dominance because she's a true champion. And... Then we have Amal shows up, right?
Yeah.
And
the French hoe.
I didn't hear the P at the end of that. I was like, nope, that's me. So Amal comes out and she talks about how, like, people take her opportunities and she's been looked over her whole life and no one thought she could make it and they just expected her to, like, sit and wait, but she's gonna do whatever she has to do because she deserves it. And I love Meiko just, like, smiling. Like, when it cuts back to Meiko and she's just smiling, like, yeah, okay, I'll fight her. That'd be great. So she's going to show exactly what she's capable of. And Meiko says she has no respect and she will teach her. So that's fun.
Yeah, I do love the Meiko asking, will I retain my championship?
I don't need this question.
Yes.
Yeah, that was probably the best part of the whole thing.
Yeah, so Subculture come out with Danny Luna, Flash Morgan Webster, and Mark Andrews, and they go back to the locker room again.
Yeah, again, they just don't come down the ramp.
I don't understand why they have a faction if people are leaving.
Yeah, like, why? Like, no.
Especially because they have to come back.
Yeah.
Because they're fighting one member of Pretty Deadly, and then the other member comes out, so they have to come back from the locker room. Why didn't you just stay outside?
Yeah.
Like,
support your friend.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're bad friends.
So Mark Andrews wins. Mm-hmm. And so Subculture getting a tag shot or something like that.
Something happens.
So now we have Laura Di Matteo
Yes.
Versus
Blair Davenport.
Yeah, Blair Davenport, the former B. Priestley of AEW and I believe Stardom or Shine, one of the two. So I have to say before we get into it, like Laura DiMatteo really needs new gear.
Yes.
Because I've never seen someone who I don't know what the hell she's wearing, but it looks like she's wrestling in her underwear.
Yeah, like it's laundry day.
Yeah, it doesn't look like...
And she took a Sharpie and put her initials on her butt.
Yeah,
at summer camp.
Yeah, it does not look like she's wearing wrestling gear. It just looks like she got cotton...
She didn't have knee pads or anything either, right?
No, she just had it looked...
Fucked up.
Yeah, it just looked like she had cotton underwear on. Gray cotton underwear.
Yeah. What is that It's Fruit of the Loom.
Yeah, drew on it so that people wouldn't steal it,
this is mine.
She wrote an LDM on the back of it, and then started wrestling. And I'm like, she needs better gear because it literally just looks like she's wrestling in her underwear.
Yes, agreed.
But speaking of better gear...
Blair Davenport just looks so fucking awesome,
mm-hmm.
and her intro's fucking awesome,
mm-hmm.
and I would just watch that even if there was no wrestling afterward. It was just it was great. I love the green lights. I love the Cruella hair. I loved her outfit. Her fucking pants, man.
Oh yeah, with the...
I want those pants.
The weird straps on.
I'm gonna tweet at her and be where did you get those pants?
No, she'll be none of your business. I got them in Japan.
Oh.
You'll have to find them.
That's a little too far to go for pants.
Yeah. And they don't have computers in Japan.
Oh,
so
no.
Nothing can be mailed.
Or technology.
Nope.
We love all of you listening from Japan if you're there.
Yes.
Because you have computers. We know that you do.
Yes. So Blair was very, as B. Priestley always is, she was very aggressive in this, but she did this weird thing where she just jumped on Laura DiMatteo's neck.
Yeah, that was crazy. I'm like, she's dead.
Yeah.
That's how you kill someone. That's not how you wrestle someone.
Yeah, she just jumped up from, and then she did a whole bunch of crazy little springboard things and jumped from one rope to the other.
Yeah, that was crazy where she's literally when she jumped from one rope, then up to a higher rope. Right? That was her. That was crazy. That was high angle suplex. She's just she's fucking kicking ass. I'm like, what? It didn't even feel like a match.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah. And then she does a promo. She says she's putting everyone on notice, from Meiko Satomura to all the women in the back. None of you have seen anyone who wrestles like me.
Yeah.
What's funny is I didn't know until this match that she's from New Zealand, because I've heard her speak before, and she always just sounds English, and I always thought maybe maybe she spent so much time in England that she's lost her New Zealand accent completely.
It happens.
Yeah. Because she's been wrestling for 11 years or something like that, since she was 25 years old.
No, she is 25.
Since she was 14 years old. Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy shit, man.
Yeah. So, welcome to NXT UK, Blair Davenport.
Yeah, I wrote in my notes, I wrote my nipples are hard. What you want? Yeah. It keeps happening, people.
Yes, it's very cold in here. Anyway,
No.
So, that's why I'm wearing a vest.
Yes, he's freezing.
I'm very...
It's 80 degrees.
I'm wearing a vest and a turtleneck, because I am Steve Jobs. Anyway.
And I'm Catherine Hepburn.
Sure. Anyway, so we now get an Aoife Valkyrie... a promo from Ginny about Aoife Valkyrie.
Yeah, confusing, but I like it. Very good. So, in a world... I love that it starts with, in a world. I just put that together. In a world that everyone's just so overexposed, people think it's the best thing to do is to remain a mystery. And she tried to be... This is Aoife, not Ginny. Ginny never tried to remain a mystery. She tried to be a mystery in the shadows and watch from the distance, but Ginny's... And then I'm like, oh wait, what the fuck is Ginny doing here? And she says that the Aoife seems untouchable, but then the final boss cracked you, talking about Mako, of course. And then we see Mako beating her again. And Ginny says when you start to break, that's when you give the people the opportunity to sneak into your psyche and destroy you. And she says she's gonna expose her for the weak little girl that she is, and she's not gonna survive.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to that. I want to see Ginny versus Aoife Valkyrie.
Yes. I love... It's I love to hate Ginny, and I love Aoife Valkyrie so much.
And I'll tell you, honestly, and I've said this many times on the show, but just as, they're moving these NXT women to SmackDown. I feel like a couple of NXT UK people should be moving to regular NXT.
Yes.
Like, I would love to see Nina Samuels and Ginny move over.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, that'd be great. Because now that, like, you're, like, taking people away from us from NXT and moving them up, like, you gotta...
Yeah, like, I feel like move Ginny, move, Nina Samuels, move Kaylee Ray.
Yeah.
I think those three could do well in regular NXT.
Yeah. I love how Piper Niven just, like, skipped everything.
Well, yeah, she just went to Raw, although now she's called Dewdrop, so we'll see. She's part of the Evolution. So, on to NXT.
Yes.
NXT proper.
NXT proper.
Yes. So, we get the phone. It's at
charge.
91%.
Yes. You wrote the phone, I wrote battery thing. Yeah.
Well, we already know who it's going to be because she showed up on SmackDown.
Yeah.
But, obviously we're doing this in kind of the other order than it was. It was a big surprise when she showed up on NXT. Honestly, it was a bigger surprise that she did show up on SmackDown then. Because it's like, hey, welcome back to NXT. All right, now go to SmackDown.
Yeah. You're promoted.
Yeah.
Like, immediately promoted.
Yeah, so Karrion Kross came out without Scarlett, which was sad.
Yeah, that was kind of weird.
Yeah, so we'll skip that promo.
Just like, Scarlett, where are you at?
Yeah, even though Candice LeRae's jeans were mentioned.
Well, I loved that. That was hilarious. You couldn't even lace her boots, too. Yeah. That was awesome.
Well, Karrion Kross versus Candice LeRae confirmed. So we get a Dakota and Raquel promo.
Yes, and they're asked who will have the gold when they're talking about Io and Zoe versus Indy and Candice.
Yeah.
And they're just like still just pissed off about Ember and Chelsea.
Yeah.
Yeah, calls wow, Chelsea. Calls Ember her sidekick. I'm like, that's not nice. I don't like that. So she's gonna squish Ember, and Shotzi is a green hair troll doll.
That was being squished.
I feel squished.
Yes. So, but yeah, and they say that they put Shotzi on the shelf before. Yes. And next time, it'll be for good.
It'll be for good.
Which actually makes me wonder if that'll be their explanation for her no longer being in NXT and her being on SmackDown. So maybe they'll do that as like a last match for her or something.
So grateful that Shotzi is on SmackDown and not Raw.
Yeah, oh God.
So thankful.
Oh God. Yeah, we don't
fucking imagine.
We don't need her losing to Naomi.
We don't need her losing ever.
Yeah. So now we get Zoe Stark and Io.
Yes.
Versus The Way for the Tag Team Championships.
Yes, very exciting.
Yeah, and it sounds like Zoe got a new theme.
Did she?
I couldn't tell if she had that theme last week or not. But
well, I feel like it was just like, when it was like not completed because we went into EOS.
Yeah.
They were probably like, what's in a similar key to EOS?
Yeah.
That we can cut right into.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would make sense.
So I love Indy Hartwell coming out doing the Scott Hall strut. It's a 90s reference.
I was alive in the 90s.
Yeah, but you didn't watch wrestling in the 90s.
No, I did not.
Yeah, so.
I was a child.
Yes. Children watch it too.
They do.
Yes. That's why there were so many kids yelling "suck it" in the 90s.
Amazing.
Yes. We start off with Zoe Stark versus I
want to mention that I loved Candice's like outfit during this, like red wings and all black. Mm-hmm. I was like, I said red wings, and then I was like, that's wrong. That's
wow.
Oh well.
We're not.
Anyway, it's over. I already said it.
Yeah.
And then we're not doing that, everyone. So who did we start out with? It was Indy and Io.
Yes.
Loved it. I mean, it's just like, it's so cool to see like Io just like kick ass with someone who's a foot taller than her every time it happens.
Yeah.
I love that so much. I love that that Io was very smart and like got her off her feet, then did a drop kick, and like she's smiling. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
She's just like, I did that, and I'm like, fuck. Io's just everything. Thank God that we'll get there in a minute. But, Indy, again, very good in this.
Yeah.
Very
well,
good.
I like that, like I said, I love that Indy realizes that at her size, she should be doing power moves. Mm-hmm. Because when we first started watching her, she was just kind of doing a generic, kind of move set.
Yeah.
And it wasn't anything that fit her size or whatever.
Yeah. It's true.
But, there was some really nice stuff. There was this cool kick to the back of Indy's head from Zoe. There was Candice going to stop Zoe from tagging, which was a cool moment too.
Yeah.
But she gets to tag Io, and then Candice and Io start hitting each other in the middle.
That was just like, because that's what everyone was waiting for. And everything up until that point was so good, but it was like, you could tell that everyone was going crazy, and they just went at each other when Candice and Io were finally together. It was awesome. Yeah,
there was the one part where it was a backbreaker to Candice's neck.
Yeah. Was that after that?
Where Zoe held up Candice.
Yeah.
And, for an extended period of time, Io kicks her in the neck. I'm sorry, it's the other way around. Zoe kicks her in the neck. And then Io does the backbreaker on her.
I was like, that's it. That's got to be it.
So then Io goes for the moonsault, but she misses. And then I love that Candice and Indy both did submissions. And I love that Candice did the Gargano escape, which is Johnny Gargano's move.
I know. That's why I was like, that's Johnny's move. It's like little things that make me so excited.
But Indy did the silencer, which is Dexter Loomis's move, which I loved.
I know. But I was just like, because I pee before we podcast, right? And I was
She's
just
peeing
like,
right now, actually. Yeah.
I blame it on the dogs, but it's me. I was peeing, and I just how you do. You just scroll on your phone, and I'm on Instagram, and Dexter Loomis's Instagram pops up, of course, spoiling what continues to happen with Index, but so then I just went to his page, I do, I think every day, and I just stared at him, and I'm I think I might be in love with him. Yeah, well, I get it.
I imagine he'd do a lot of staring back.
Yeah.
I love that he just does this without blinking, and it's just
this. It's just what kind of training does he have where he just doesn't blink for a day? Yeah. It's amazing. Anyway, I love it.
And so Candice is going for Wicked Stepsister when the lights go out.
Yes.
And the battery charges to 100%. Woo-hoo. And Tegan Knox returns.
Yeah, and I love Candice and Indy's faces. It's like, for those of you actually watching us, it's like, oh no! Yes, they were very frightened if you didn't get it from my voice.
And I love that when everybody's looking, Indy goes to attack Io. But
wicked smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Zoe does
her 360 thing.
Yeah. Well, Io hits Indy into Candice, and then Zoe does the K360 to Indy for the win. Mm-hmm. And we have new tag team champions.
It's very exciting.
Yeah. Tegan comes down, goes after Candice. There's Tegan on Candice, and then Io and Zoe are champions. So, yeah.
They're so happy.
Yeah, so we get a Toni Storm promo where Toni says she still hasn't gotten a championship match. I guess that's why she's like, fuck you guys, I'm going to Smackdown.
They invited me up.
Yep.
So I'm not coming back.
Raquel knows if she steps in the ring with me, she'll lose the title. She is not the example. Saray was a big deal in Japan after I left, which I love that she says that.
After I left. And that she won more matches in Japan than Saray.
Yeah.
So crazy.
Yeah, because Toni Storm, that's where she got big, was in Japan.
Right.
Yeah. Saray is not on my level, and the answer is no to Saray's challenge.
I love that she says that the answer is no. And she talks about, how she's just, Saray asked Regal, for example, Toni Storm, she just, picked her out of a hat. I love that. Yeah. And I'm you're fucking right, Toni Storm.
Yeah. And an interesting thing that happened after that was, so they asked Saray about that, and she said she was very, very sad that she didn't get picked. And then Gigi Dolan shows up. This was a network exclusive, but Gigi Dolan, former Priscilla Kelly, who we're all big fans of,
love her,
shows up, and she says that she's going to challenge Saray.
Yes.
So I love that they're now pushing.
Let Gigi do stuff.
Yeah.
We love Gigi.
I love that they're giving her promo time, and and as I said, she'll probably be like how Zoe was, where she'll lose for a few weeks.
Right.
Until they start, really picking her up, but it'll give her a chance to shine. Because if you remember, Zoe lost for about 2 months in a row.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. And that's probably what will happen with Gigi, but it'll give her more and more TV time until she becomes a major character just like Zoe is now.
Can't wait.
Yeah. And I hope the same thing happens with Cora pretty soon, and and some of the other women up there. Zeta, I think, needs a bit more time to train, because I don't think she's ready for TV yet. But I think
I forget about her.
Yeah, Elektra Lopez, who we saw wrestle Frankie a couple weeks ago.
Oh yeah.
I think also is someone who I think should be getting some TV time.
Uh-huh.
So I think they have about like 5 or 6 women they could really start pushing.
Right.
And as the other women move up,
Crazy stuff.
Yeah. And back from the break, we also see that Dexter Lumis came and rescued Indy Hartwell.
Yeah.
And carried her back to the locker room.
Yeah, made my nipples hard.
Yes. So now, finally, we have the celebration that, as a mixed-race person, made me feel way too white. Because I had no idea what was going on for the most part. The Hit Row Cypher celebration of Swerve's North American title reign.
As usual, like, they were really cool. B-Fab was really hot. They sang for, like, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah.
I laughed. I cried. I ate breakfast.
Yeah, I as I said, I described this as this is the Chelsea is very white and Charles was raised by white people segment.
Yes.
They seem good at what they're doing, so good on them.
Yes.
Even if I don't understand it very much, but
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just happy that they did the like hit row song because like that I listen to that at the gym like every day.
Yeah.
It's so good. And then I was just like I felt like a kid in a candy shop because it was like I went to hate them. I hated them. And then I was like, "Wait, I love this." And it took that song for me to be like, "Wait, I really like them." And then they had another song.
Yeah.
It's like Christmas.
Yeah.
In July.
Yeah.
Is it still July? It is.
Yes, it is.
Thank God.
So so that was this week's NXT, NXT UK, and Smackdown.
Smackdown. He's here so I can actually hit him. I won't, though. Yeah, because it's really sad when he cries. Turn that frown upside down. No, never mind. Frown again.
So Chelsea, what was your match of the week?
I loved Io and Zoe and Candice and Indy. That was great. Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna give that to them as well. There weren't really that many matches.
No, we're like it was mostly just segments, interviews, and raps.
Yeah. Who would you give your wrestler of the week then?
I'm thinking about it. I'm not sure. Probably Io or Zoe. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know which one yet though.
I'm gonna give it to Blair Davenport.
Oh, that's smart.
Because I think she had a very impressive beginning.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, she did. She showed stuff that
stuff.
This is a person who to be contended with.
Yeah,
and,
she was great.
Yeah. So and this Sunday is the ring. The Money in the Bank. There you go.
Really? Already?
Yeah, Money in the Bank is this Sunday. So we get the women's Money in the Bank ladder match.
Yes.
Who do you think will win? I want Liv Morgan to win.
I want Liv Morgan.
Out of the people in it, do you think she will win or do you think someone else will?
I think she will.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
I mean, I feel like she's the only one who has a story being built up towards the Money in the Bank ladder. I could see Zelina winning it, though.
That'd be cool.
I also could see Sonya Deville winning it. I hope no one on Raw gets it.
Yeah, I'm like, Alexa could
get it. Really don't want Alexa to get it right now. I don't want her to, use super hypnotism powers, on the title matches.
You know she will, though.
Yeah, but that's the thing is, I don't mind it when it's, a small, against someone like a Lana or a Naomi. I don't want that sort of thing involved in, Rhea Ripley matches or whatever.
Right.
I think that's a waste of Rhea's talent, too. Mm-hmm. I already hated it when it happened with Shayna Baszler.
Right.
So I don't really want to see that. I hate to say I don't want Alexa Bliss to win, but I don't want her to win.
I know, it's sad.
And I really don't want Naomi to win, because Naomi's just a giant nothing burger.
I'm hungry now.
Honestly, best thing in the world would be if right before Naomi's about to go in the ring, someone knocks her out and fucking Becky Lynch jumps in or something.
Oh my God. That'd be so
That would be great. So that's my prediction. Becky Lynch will win.
It's just Becky Lynch.
Yeah, Becky Lynch will win it. And also, we get Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte. Please let Rhea win and this feud to be over.
I'm so sick of it, and we're not even watching it.
Yeah, I'm. Let Rhea oh my God, let Rhea go to SmackDown.
Yeah,
just stop it.
Stop it.
Just let there be 2 champions on SmackDown. There you go.
Yeah.
You know, who cares?
So what? Who cares?
Yeah, I'm just so tired of Raw and their writing staff
Mm-hmm.
and how just everything is awful there.
Yep.
It's all just a disaster.
It all sucks.
Yes.
Everything sucks.
Yes. I mean,
everything is horrible.
Yeah. So, so we are, so who I guess I'm going to predict Rhea wins.
I hope so.
Although they always could give it to Charlotte because, they love letting Charlotte fucking rule over everybody.
Yeah, Charlotte does everything, and we hate it.
Yeah. So at the very least, at least the crowd will fucking shit all over it.
Oh my God, live audience.
Yep. Yeah. So, I think that'll be. I don't know. I just want that feud to end. Just to end. Just done.
Bye now.
Yeah. So,
bye now.
Yeah. So, I mean, I almost gave it to Shotzi. But that match, even though they won it, which I'm very proud of them for winning it, it wasn't really a great match.
Right. Blair was great.
Blair was good, so Blair gets it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so who you going with?
I don't want to copycat you, but I'm gonna.
Yeah, so Blair again. You're gonna go with
I don't know why I just brain farted and forgot that Blair's match even happened. Because I think I was so distracted by how cool her everything was. Yeah. That I just forgot that was a match.
You were waiting for the thing of the laundry machine for Laura DiMatteo to be able to put her clothes on.
Yeah, I was waiting for the washing machine.
Yes,
mm-hmm.
Yes.
My bad.
So that was this week's Trinicated episode. Hopefully we'll get a chance to cover at least Money in the Bank this week.
Yes.
Next week. Sorry. I'd really like to see the Impact pay-per-view though, because I want to see who's going to go against Deonna.
It'd be really nice.
But who knows with them putting it on their weird fucking app bullshit. So. Maybe we'll look at like YouTube highlights or some shit.
That sounds good.
But yeah. That's pretty much
that's it. Thank you, guys.
That is the world in women's wrestling.
Yeah, we finally podcasted in the same room.
Wow.
We did it.
We're together.
Yes.
So, Chelsea, where can people find you?
Probably on this couch. But don't come looking for me. Yeah. It's Chelsea.LeSage on Instagram. Where can they find you, Charles?
They can't.
I didn't think so.
I'm elusive.
Yes.
So where can they find us together?
At CL Square Productions on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
As well as our other podcast, which we'll probably be doing sometime next week, I think.
Yeah, I'm going to be in Chicago.
Yeah.
I'm not bringing my laptop.
Okay.
But we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah. Where we will eventually cover the original Dawn of the Dead.
Yay. It's happening. It's going to happen.
Yeah. If you want to listen to old episodes, you can right now at anchor.fm/CL Squared Productions.
Mm-hmm.
And
and then you can follow us on Twitter. On the Twitter. Yes, and that is it Beyond Z as in zebra, Belle, Belle. I did not just have a brain fart. I did though.
Yes, you totally did.
I did.
Yes.
I did.
So, thank you for tuning in.
Yes,
and thank you for
guys.
Listening.
Or watching.
Yes.
And they have us on mute. They just watch us.
Yes. They're just like,
I don't want to fucking listen to people. All right, we love you.
No, we don't. All right. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye. You're mean.
I am. Bye.